What is the diamond conspiracy? The diamond conspiracy is a theory that suggests a large scale conspiracy to control the diamond market by a select group of powerful individuals. The theory claims that a few influential people are manipulating the diamond industry to keep prices artificially high and keep competitors out of the market. Supporters of the diamond conspiracy theory point to evidence of monopolistic practices, secret deals, and price fixing as evidence of the conspiracy. We love a good conspiracy here at the Elite Thinking Club. So welcome everyone everywhere to the Elite Thinking Club. I'm Chris Jules Julien, joined tonight by my co-hosts Liz Barker and Michael Houchen. You guys all right?
Yeah.
Oh, very good, mate.
Happy
You?
days. Yes, I'm awesome. Feeling this one. Came across this one, and the funny thing is, I kind of knew it, right? I did kind of know it. I was like, because you know me, you know me better than anyone, you guys, right? I think a lot about a lot of stuff. So the other day, I was just thinking about the housing market and how it's ridiculous, how something that can get older and more used goes up in value. Doesn't make sense to me. If I was to buy a used car and it's, been used, it's old, I wouldn't expect to pay the same, or more than a brand new house, a brand new car. But anyway, back to what I'm talking about. The diamond conspiracy is tonight's episode. So sorry if I went on a little rant there. I'm back in the room. Liz, Michael, and viewers, do you know anything about the diamond conspiracy?
No.
I know parts about it, but then it's like a lot of things like this. It's like when we were running out of fuel,
Go on.
even though they had loads of fuel backed up, but then all the prices went up because we apparently didn't have any, even though they had fucking hundreds of thousands of litres of it.
Yes.
But it's just to push the prices up, so then we're paying more, and then the elites are getting more money in their pockets. So yeah, it doesn't surprise me that they're doing it with diamonds and gold and platinum.
For
It,
real.
it was also that petrol issue. It was also to get rid of the petrol they had it stored in the tanks, which was due to expire.
Right. Yes. So what we're talking about tonight, just want to give a quick shout out to all of the viewers currently on the TikTok. I see you guys. And if you feel free to comment anytime about what we're talking about tonight, we've just spoke about how there's a conspiracy behind, for example, fuel prices going up and down and other markets as well. In essence, what is it about the diamond industry as to why there's a conspiracy? Now, first question, what makes a diamond so special? Liz, Michael, viewers, what makes a diamond so special?
Because they're seen as highly valuable, and it's like a status symbol. They're supposed to be precious jewels, precious gems. We dig deep for them.
Yeah, women love them.
And diamonds are a girl's best friend.
Right. I love that you guys have just said all them things there. And viewers, feel free to comment on what makes diamonds so special, right? First, another question. Can you eat a diamond?
I guess so. I mean, it will come out the other end, right? Sparkly poo.
Yeah, it would make your doo-doo a little bit more glamorous. But will you gain anything from eating a diamond other than, glamorous looking poo?
I wouldn't have thought so. I mean,
I don't know what are minerals in it. It depends what minerals are in there. So
Okay.
you would get
stones
not enough to actually warrant.
What is a diamond in essence? What is it?
a stone, right?
It's a stone, a rock.
Carbon.
Yeah, a rock.
Okay. So yes, there is minerals in it, I suppose, Michael. There is. But then you could say the same about gold. You could say the same about silver, but that is another thing in itself. We could definitely do an episode on that. Apparently you can eat gold and it's very beneficial, small amounts. But okay, so can you forge a diamond?
Yeah, people forge diamonds all the time.
You can forge a diamond into what?
Yeah.
Frying pan?
Oh, I thought you meant forge as in like
Fake.
like fake.
Oh no, not forge as in make a fake diamond like a moissanite. No. I'm talking about forge it into something useful than just looking good.
Well, they're using phones. They're used in a lot of stuff, but you can only, as far as I know, you can only cut a diamond with another diamond.
That is true. That is very true, Michael. So I'm glad you brought that up. You can only cut a diamond with another diamond because they are very robust, very, very sharp, very, very strong. And yeah, okay. I suppose you can, but I was going to say, can you live in a diamond?
Oh, that would be a very expensive house.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that you said
It'd be
that.
a strong house.
It would be a very, very strong house. And the way that the market is, it would be a very expensive house. But now let's look into this market. And I like that we're using the word market. Why have diamonds priced at the price they are?
Because apparently they're scarce. So when anything has not a lot of them around, the price goes up.
And they're deemed as precious, aren't they? Precious jewels. So the bigger the rock, the more expensive it is.
So what you're telling me is that, or what I'm hearing, okay, is that the reason diamonds cost as much as they do is because of their rarity, scarcity, and the demand for them. Is that right?
Yeah. Also, yeah. And the symbol, the status symbol they give off.
So the status symbol, and they're also used in another symbolic way. So you guys know what my stance is on wedding proposals.
Yeah.
We've spoke about this, and you know as well as I do that in order for someone to kneel, okay, is a form of a bow, a submission, and then to offer as a proposal. It is a proposal, a proposition. Will you, on the basis of this gift, marry me? So what has that got to do with diamonds?
Well, if it's a big diamond, it's luring that person into thinking, I may take your offer because you're offering me a big rock, which is very, very expensive. So again, it's a status.
Because you know women can propose to men, right?
Yeah.
Hypothetically speaking, Liz, if you was to propose to me, get on one knee and present me with a rock, diamond rock, is that gonna, you know me, is that gonna influence my decision?
I reckon you would. No, but I reckon you would think I was being weird anyway.
But why is that? Why?
What? Why would you think it was weird that I was doing it?
Forget me. Let's say any woman, that proposes to a man, proposes to him with a diamond ring. And I'm not trying to blanket everybody here. I can't mask tar with the same brush.
I get what you're saying, but
what am I saying? Or what am I trying to say?
In society, we see it. We know it as being the guy that gets down predominantly on one knee and produces out of his pocket a little box with a beautiful rock inside it, diamond ring. So for you to switch it around, I mean, I don't think I know anyone that is female that has proposed to a male with a diamond ring. I don't.
You know, as the traditional proposal goes, a man that proposes to a woman traditionally with a diamond ring is meant to spend between 2 to 3 months' wages on that ring. Right? So if he earns, say, 3.5 grand a month and he wants to propose to a woman, he needs to cough up like, was it 10.5 grand?
What?
Free ad free.
I mean, I've heard different
No,
ones. but
11
yeah,
and a half.
I think
11 and a
like
half.
6. I've heard 6 weeks. I've heard 2 months. But yeah,
So
Wow.
you've heard 6 weeks, you've heard 2 months, you've heard 3 months. Who decides this? Why is this?
Exactly.
society.
Wrote these rules. What has this got to do with love and marriage and just
Don't worry.
what?
I know I'm leading you down a path
And
here, guys.
also,
But we're
You
getting
always-
there.
also though, on that,
I will get you there. I promise you. Trust in this. Yes, go on, Michael.
I mean, that to me doesn't make any sense. Like, if you're living together, paying
Go on.
bills,
Yeah.
and you take 3 months of your wages, so on those 3 months, you're not paying rent those 3 months? You're not paying your bills those 3 months? So how
It's
are
like
you meant to produce 3 months worth of wages on a ring? I mean, it's mental to me. It's mental that people would even fathom doing it.
Yeah.
Just see a ring you like, see a ring that you'd like, and buy it. Don't think about how much it's going to cost.
Exactly. Although
Because
it's
there's other shit that you can buy with that money.
expensive ring.
let's get this right. And I want to say this right. Not trying to be sanctimonious, but we are elite thinkers here. We explore. We are unbiased. We are elite thinkers. Most people that are still, in essence, finding their path on that ascending journey of questioning, ascending from thinking. Some are still so caught up in the lower vibrational, getting on with it. They don't even have an inner dialogue, right? Them type of people. Fluoride stare, whatever you want to call it. They still do it. And a large majority of them literally follow what they are told. So we've highlighted a lot already this episode. We've highlighted that diamonds are valuable because they are rare, because there's a low supply of them, because they're symbolic. And Liz said that diamonds are a girl's best friend.
Apparently so.
Apparently so. And do you also know the phrase diamonds are forever?
Mm.
You've heard that one? Diamonds are forever?
I think everyone else because of the film as well.
James Bond, Kanye West, and I'm going to introduce someone else, and they are called the De Beers Group. Okay, De Beers Group. Very important. We'll bring it on up later on in the episode. They're the ones that coined the phrase diamonds are forever. Diamonds are a girl's best friend. But why would they coin that? Why would them in particular coin that? Why would
Let
they
me
want
guess,
that?
they sell diamonds.
Is it the subliminal messaging so that it kind of it creates the hierarchy within the industry, so that diamonds are the top level, the best rock, to get. So therefore, if they implant that in our minds, the sayings, the quotes, the films, the songs, we're always going to be lured to a diamond.
We're getting there. We are getting there. So, Michael, you're absolutely right. The De Beers Group do
Of course they do.
monopolize the diamond industry. They sell diamonds. Not only do they sell diamonds, they mine diamonds, right? So we're going to talk about the De Beers Group in a minute. And Liz, yes, what you've said about subliminal programming, we're going to talk about a little bit more as well. Just want to give a quick shout out to Nini. There we see you. Yep. Tia and a lot of others. Lynn, Michael, I see you on the see you on the TikTok, mate, smashing it. Thank you, guys. Keep hitting that like button and feel free to comment on anything you might know about this. So, where are diamonds from? Liz, Michael, do you know? Viewers, do you know? Where do diamonds come from?
Africa. No?
Well, a lot of them come from Africa.
Yeah.
Love and light, I see you.
The
65
blood diamond they talk about.
65 to 70% of diamonds come from South Africa. That's right, Mike. That is right. They do. They come from mines in South Africa. But did you also know that there are mines in Russia, Canada, and Australia? Not many people know that.
No,
But
I didn't.
why is it on the radar about South Africa? Why is that like the biggest? Why does everyone know that?
I think that was probably one of the biggest excavation points there is, and also using slaves to get them out.
It's the mining and like the child mining and yeah.
A bit unethical way.
Yeah.
Because let's get it right. The price we're paying for diamonds here, I mean, surely if it was fair trade, the people mining these mines, they'd love their life, wouldn't they?
And they'd be
absolutely love it.
within their occupation, because you know they're collecting and getting high value.
What can I ask? Why, if you're mining these precious stones, precious gems, why would you not think about like wearing one, keeping one? Surely you'd see the value in it. Because let's get it right. And I'm going to bring this up about the De Beers group, right? I'm going to say it, right? When the De Beers group, right, went to Africa, they were British, by the way. When the British went to Africa, discovered these diamond mines, it almost makes you think at the time, why weren't Africans obsessed with this rock, stone?
Because they probably had no use for them.
Yes, Michael. Why was the value of this rock or stone or whatever not so like in Africa?
They've not had it implanted in their minds, probably the status symbol and the value. And in a way, if you think about it, if they did have, there'd probably be more theft and more sort of secret mining by others and stuff, and exploitation, right?
It is because the stone is useless. Okay, most logical people who understand that when something is useless, I really don't care about it. We highlighted earlier in this episode that diamonds, what makes them so special? We said rarity, we said value, we said all these things that make it so special. If it's so special, why did it take the British to go to Africa to find this special gem?
Yeah.
Africans would have known that. They would have been like, this special gem, you know. So it is useless. And to the miners mining it, these slaves that are paid, I don't even want to tell you, it is useless. It's ridiculous. They don't even understand why they're doing it, but they are forced to do it because obviously being in a country that has been abused and raped, they have no choice. It's their position. But
Isn't it mad?
Go on, Liz.
Isn't it mad that like people go crazy for a sparkly little rock?
But
you know,
keep going. I like where you're going with this. Keep going.
Little rock. There's rocks all around us, like everywhere we go outside, but yet we go crazy and pay stupid amounts of money that could go on a much more worthier cause in our lives. And we spend it on a rock that's in the ground, that we take out of the ground, we rub with a cloth, we polish it up so it sparkles under certain light very, very well. And
that's because
that's something, and
we've been brought up.
Look at this beautiful rock on my body. It's like, yeah, you've got a rock that a child probably mined out of a cave in Africa. You've polished it, spent thousands of pounds on it, and for what? What does it mean? What does it actually mean? What is it actually for? To make you feel good? A dopamine hit? I'm special. I've got money. I'm sparkly.
And this is why I love the Elite Thinking Club. Obviously, you guys know that this is all we do. We will explore everything, and it's hashtag free the others, right? A lot of people don't really deep this. They don't understand it, but why? One of the biggest things that we are as human beings, I don't want to say everyone, most human beings, is gullible. And it is very hard to admit that.
Gotcha.
There are a lot of psychological factors as to how this useless stone that just looks good when clean and shiny has become so expensive. One of the first things to highlight here, right, is what Michael and Liz said at the start: supply and demand. Okay, if the supply is low and the demand is high, you can charge more. People are willing to pay for what seems to be or appears to be a rare thing. If I was British back in 1870 and I went over to South Africa and I discovered this rare thing, surely the Africans would have had it by then. They would have maybe made this thing a god or a precious gem in a sacred place like a church, or you understand what I'm saying?
Hmm?
The truth is they are not so short on supply. The conspiracy is that there is shitloads of diamonds,
I bet.
tons and tons of diamonds. We're talking mines here, mines. Yeah, these aren't just a little cave. Yeah,
And
in the
they've been
south of Wales, mate. This is
they're doing
mine.
it. They've probably got stacks and stacks and stacks of them on supply.
And stacks and stacks. Yes, stacks and stacks and stacks. Hence why the Africans probably thought these aren't rare. They're not rare. Okay, do you get what I'm saying? But anyway, that's the first thing. So this British De Beers group head over to Africa, find these stones, find a shitload of them, and they're like, right, we're going to take these back. We need to sell these stones. Right? How do you get someone to buy something? Basic psychology, basic sales. How do you get someone to buy something?
Try and convince them that nobody else can get it and you're exclusive.
Making them feel like they need it in their
Bingo.
life.
Bingo, Liz. You make them feel like they need it.
Yeah.
Okay. How do you make someone feel like they need something?
I suppose by making them feel partly inadequate that they don't have it. And that their life would be better for having it.
Yes. Yes. Nini, say it's running out. Trusic, if you look up diamonds are the rarest stones beside that. Right. Have you ever given someone a guilt trip?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have. We've all done it, right? I've been a child before and I've made my mum crumble with a guilt trip. I have. And I look back on it now and think, wow, why did you do that? Like, you know, children are the best
I
at
did it last week.
Go on, Michael. Yeah, what did you do?
Well, someone wanted the telly. I wanted the same telly. So I guilted him into letting me buy it instead.
I love it. It's so funny when a guilt trip kicks in. Now, these De Beers group obviously coined diamonds are forever. Diamonds are a girl's best friend. Why is it so appealing that if a man proposes to a woman with a diamond ring, but if a woman proposed to a man with a diamond ring, it doesn't have the same? Why is that? Because men wear jewelry. Let's get it right.
I think because it's been centered around, it's like a traditional, it's been made into a tradition. So again, it's subliminal and it's a marketing factor, huge marketing factor.
And social.
Yeah, it's a social symbol, marketing factor, and a tradition. So getting all those three factors in and having that one product to kind of manifest all those three into society, boom. It's like
a bit like how Coca-Cola owns Christmas with the Christmas tree.
Yeah.
Like they've nailed a specific thing.
Yeah.
Always Coca-Cola. It's got to be the real thing at Christmas. If you're going to propose to a woman, mate,
it's got to be a big rock diamond.
It's got to be a diamond.
And the pressure puts on men as well. It's like, again, it's a societal thing, isn't it? It's crazy. You actually look into these things. This is a great thing tonight, actually, Jules. Like when you look into things, it blows your mind how I know last week we spoke about hypnotizing, didn't we?
Yes.
A form of hypnotizing. Like,
And if you want to
it,
watch that, I'll put it in the link in the description. Yes, Liz, sorry.
it blows my mind, like how we have been hypnotized into seeing the diamond as a symbol, as status and tradition. Because I would never even think to get on one knee and propose to a guy with a diamond ring, because in my mind, men don't wear diamond rings.
Since when?
But this is my
How
point. Like,
dare you? 50 Cent
hold
wears
on.
diamond rings?
Where's your diamond rings? Show me your diamond rings.
I don't wear diamonds because of this.
Well,
This is no, Liz, there is a reason I don't wear diamonds, and that's because obviously I'm the host of Elite Thinking Club. This isn't something I've just thought. I know these things, but we're obviously creating a show here where we're trying to help and free the others. You get what I'm saying? There's a reason I don't wear diamond rings. There's a big reason, and it's an ethical thing for me. It's not even about the gem, the stone. I've got stones. I have. I've got a lot of crystals and stones.
I've got crystals, proper crystals.
Yes, that I'm happy to pay for because they are priced at the price that I know that they are at. But the diamond industry, they've took the piss. And we're going to go a bit more into this, a bit more, because we're only 26 minutes in, and you know us guys, we're going in for the hour. So strap up. You like it? I mean, buckle up. It's going to get juicy. Okay. Obviously, the ethical side of things being slavery, not happy with that. But there is a lot of diamonds out there. So this De Beers group, not only have they landed in South Africa over 137 years ago, they've brought these stones back, and they have managed to not only manipulate the supply or make it seem like they're low on supply, they've also managed to increase the demand for these things simply because men and women want to get married, right? And when men and women want to get married, a man has to propose to a woman. It is only recent times that it's been accepted that a woman will propose to a man. And even now, there is still a lot of resistance surrounding that. A lot of women won't do it because I don't think they know how to do it. Men, for the last century, have always known traditionally, and chivalry plays a big part in it. A knight would normally bend the knee. When you bend the knee as a knight, traditionally, you are submitting and you are alliancing, you are giving allegiance, right, to the king or to the queen or to your future wife. That's where the tradition came from. So when men kneel, it stems from that tradition. A lot of men don't even know why they do it. A lot of people don't even know why they do it. And that's exactly what tonight's episode's about, going deeper. The biggest reason that I suppose diamonds are the preferred choice is simply because of the spell that a lot of women have been under. Because men don't suffer the same. We don't suffer the same. Like I said earlier, Liz proposed to me with a diamond. Doesn't change anything about my perception of whether or not I should marry you. I will look beyond that and I will look directly at you because I don't see any benefit to me of owning that diamond. But why is it that women do?
I don't know. Not all women do, but
yeah, not all women. Sorry, I don't want
to. Not care about that sort of thing. But
I think it's a social construct.
It is a social construct. It is a symbol. I think people have forgotten the fact that the main priority and the main thing in all of this is the love that you share with that person and the connection. But it's almost like women are affiliating the bigger the rock, the bigger the diamond, with he loves me so much. Like it's a symbol of, oh God, he's a great man and he loves me this much because look at this on my finger. Whereas actually, no, you could have the best man in the world who loves you like no other, and he may only be able to afford the tiniest rock, but that does not symbolize how his love for you. But yet women have got sucked into this perception of bigger the rock, better the man, more than, you know, it's look at me, he loves me loads, he's given me this massive gorgeous diamond ring, so it's the greatest in the world. I'm the greatest in the world.
Shout out to some of the comments. User 893 is saying they don't, and Love and Light are saying not all women are materialistic, but most both genders get sidetracked with it. When we say sidetracked, we're just going in right now about how, because the last episode we done was about hypnotism, and you know, you should check that out when you get a chance. And if you've watched the episode this far, you should definitely hit the like and subscribe button. Thanks a lot. I mean, thanks a lot, because it'll boost us.
That's a good point. Whoever said that, actually, about both sides get sidetracked, because I also think that guys have got hypnotized into thinking that they have to provide and propose with a big, beautiful diamond, and that the bigger the rock, the better they look, and they come out as they're going to be the better husband, and you know,
men put their value on that, which is again back to what we highlighted before, the guilt trip. You know, they feel
whenever,
if you want her to marry you, you need to buy this big rock,
right?
You know, you get her on side, you want her, therefore I'm going to sell you this.
So am I right in thinking that, let's role reverse again, if you, Liz, wanted to marry me and then you presented me keys to a new Harley Davidson motorbike, that will be, I'd see the gift, wouldn't I? I'd see the gift and be like, fucking hell,
I only
bought me a new Harley. Like, do you know how much pleasure I'd get out of having that? Do you know what I mean? I just don't understand what pleasure women get from a diamond. As we've already said, it is useless. It is, what is it for?
Well, like I said, it's also the social contract structure of it. So as soon as someone says, "Oh, he proposed to me," the first thing I hear, because I've heard a lot of people say it, is, "Oh, let me see the ring." So they'll look at the ring and see how big the diamond is, see how sparkly it is. And then when it's big and people like it, it's like, "Oh, that's amazing! I love that! I love that!" So it gives you endorphins. Yeah, you got a good one there.
Yeah. See, Jules, I would only really propose to you with like a courgette and maybe some sweet potato or something. Because the way I look at it is, it's good for you. I know you'll eat it. I know you like it. It will nourish you. And that's the symbol of me. Like, I'm going to nourish you. There you go.
Would you kneel to me?
No, absolutely not.
You wouldn't kneel to me?
No.
Why not?
Well, I wouldn't see the need to.
Why not?
Because, I don't know, maybe I would do like a funny little dance and then fall on the floor and pretend to collapse, something like that. Make it a little bit more funky.
Isn't that funny? How I believe, Liz, what you've just said is actually in the minds of most women. Not all women, most women. Because I've said this before, and I just still am baffled at how a man will kneel and present a ring to show his value, his worth. Whereas a man like me, you guys know this, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
I think it would be better if a man just stood there. Like, I've seen proposals where they've been.
Does a king bow to his queen?
Stood up and
Liz, Michael, does a king bow to his queen?
No,
but that's because in kings and queens, the king is above the queen. Whereas
I wouldn't say above, because in my opinion, they're next to each other. If we take that metaphor, chessboard, thrones, they are next to each other. But the king doesn't bow to the queen, does he?
No.
Now, I don't care about royalists. I don't care about all that status crap. That's not me. I value everybody the same. I say the same. I understand your soul. What I'm highlighting here is how a lot of people find it very awkward to hear that he thinks he's too good to bow. I don't think I'm too good to bow.
No, I don't see the need for it. Why?
I'm not a fucking slave. Like, I'm not a dog. I'm not a. What am I?
But I also don't want to. Everybody else the tradition, and I want to break that. So therefore, I'm not going to do it.
And not only that, I'm not presenting something that I know in my heart is unethical, that it's how it's made, how it's done, and to be so hypnotized by marketing, you know,
Mhm.
and I'm not gullible, and I'm not falling for the guilt trip, and
Mhm.
all of these things that we've been highlighting in this episode to do this. Now, why am I so passionate about this? Why would I bring this up? Why would I want to have this conversation? Simply because I suppose I just don't agree with. I want to free people. That's the bottom line. I want to snap people out of the spell.
Mhm.
I really do.
Open their
Now,
eyes.
yes, open their eyes and not to feel uncomfortable about the truth.
Mhm.
When a man kneels, okay, it puts him in a position of submission. That is not attractive by gender. That is not attractive by your gender role. It's not what you're meant to do. Okay, it's not.
I
And
do
for
think
you
that.
and for you to kneel is also a form of begging. Whether you know this or not, your position is lower. Your woman is looking down on you, and as you offer up your gift, which we've already highlighted, is whether or not she says yes or no. Is this enough for you? Is this enough for you? Not me. I'm putting this before me. I'm kneeling behind this. Bollocks. It's bullshit. It's silly. It's stupid.
Yeah, but
I don't like it. I don't agree
We
with
got a
it.
comment from Twitch.
I
Let's
don't
have it.
think that.
The
I love these
comment
comments.
is, kneeling is a gesture. It has feelings associated with it for both parties. If they don't feel it in the gesture, it's worth nothing.
No, we've highlighted, yeah, I totally understand that. And we highlighted before where the tradition came from. It was a form of chivalry from a knight. A knight would do it, but he would also do it not just to his future wife, but to his allegiances, his kings, his queens. It is a subservient thing to do.
I do think a lot of people don't see in depth that, though. I think that a lot of people just see it as a gesture. So when somebody says to their friend or their dad, "Oh, I want to ask her to marry me," and that other relative says, "Are you going to get down on one knee?" Yeah. I've got the rock, I've got the diamond. I'm going to get down on one knee. I'm going to do it all traditionally. It's not even entering their mind
Not,
the whole concept of the marketing, the tradition.
yeah.
Of course not.
They're
And
not, they don't get it. They don't realize what
no,
they're doing. And I'm trying to
and it's
help you here.
not their fault, because they generally think that for years and years and years and years, generations upon generations upon generations, this is the way it's done, and it's the most chivalrous and loveliest way of doing it. So I understand why people do it, because I see the programming, I see it. But what I'm saying is they don't see what we're saying.
So again, my question, and the viewers, you can answer this as well. If a woman was to propose to a man, why would she not kneel?
I mean, some women have and do. I just wouldn't.
Why not, Liz?
Because I don't see myself as beneath or above anybody.
Thank you. Because in your consciousness, in your deep subconsciousness as women, with all the women empowerment and with all the way that in a way, being like women privilege and all that sort of stuff, you will not put yourself in a position of submission. You just wouldn't do it. And you wouldn't offer up something external to you, a gift, right? Not even a
Me.
gift, like a proposal to say, am I not enough? I hope this thing is. And this is exactly why a lot of men crumble at the thought of it, at the positioning of it. It's uncomfortable for a man to do. And to think that, no, I'm cool with it. I'm happy with it. I did it. It's like, is that you truly speaking? Is that you truly speaking? Or is it all of that conditioning and programming that made you do that in the first place? Because after we've just had this chat, after we're talking about this, am I not, how does it sound now? It's okay if you've done it in the past. You were none the wiser, like you didn't understand. But now, women knowing that there's shitloads of diamonds, knowing that De Beers Group have actually got control of the supply and the demand, and they've marketed it very well, made us gullible, put us into guilt trips, and they've got a very good, almost, they've got you under the spell. I mean, now that we've exposed it, if you're able to get it, will you continue to carry on with it, I suppose?
Well, even after this, I might be saying something you might not like.
Go ahead.
I am still gonna kneel to propose to my missus.
And I
And
know
that's
you will, Michael, because
that's good. That's your choice.
I know. Yeah, I know where that's coming from.
Again, you know, that if that's, even though you've like heard all of this and you want to do that, I get what you're saying. But this won't, like, loads of people will watch this and it won't stop some people, and we're not trying to stop people from doing what they want.
Yeah.
But it's
But
just education, isn't it? It's just
I'm doing it from a place of knowledge, and I'm not doing it because I'm submissive. I'm doing it because I'm showing my weak side to her, and that is the only person I would ever do it to.
yeah. But can I ask you something, Michael?
Always.
Yes. If that wasn't tradition and that hasn't been implanted in your mind, would you even think to bow down on one knee and propose to her? Or would you sit next to her on a bench or on a beach and say, darling, I love you, will you marry me, without the kneeling?
Well, the problem is,
I love you, Liz. I love that
we
you
can't
said that.
we can't go down that line because we do know it, and I can't not know it.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
if
But
tradition was standing on one leg,
exactly.
then that's what it'd be. But
If
I
the
can't
tradition was to
personally
turn
say
around
to-
3 times, clap your hands twice, and then kneel, would you do that?
Yeah.
See, I do it more for the respect level, not because of the tradition side. I do it as I'm going to do it because she is my queen.
Yes, she is. This is my point exactly, Michael. This is my point exactly. Kings do not bow. Kings do not bow. If she is your queen, she will know that. I'm not trying to take nothing away from no one's beliefs here. And I know it can hit hard sometimes. I know it. And I know that it's okay to have opposing views. Like I'm not that person to be like, you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong. That's not it. We always come at it with this is why I love Liz and Michael, both of you. You're my yin and my yang. And you tell me things sometimes that grounds me. Do you know what I mean? But this right here, this belief of mine right here about how the matrix, the system, this company, the Beers Group, have monopolized an industry and hypnotized a world of people into actually believing that this stone, this useless stone, is worth more than 3 times the salary. Think about all the hours you put in for that, the labor, the emotional trauma from some places, yeah. And all that being said, they've hypnotized us into believing that tradition is kneeling and then offering a gift better than your own worth. You know, apparently better than your own worth. Because what? Because for what? For what? And let me just highlight something too here, because we do this at the Elite Thinking Club. We've exposed this too. We've done male and female privilege in the world because it's just a topic of discussion that we should definitely do another episode on, I believe. If you guys want to hear that one, let us know. Because once you're married, to a woman, am I right in thinking in Western society, if in the highly 50-50 event of a divorce, don't you lose a lot of that stuff that you used to have had together for a while?
Yeah.
So let's get this right. You're going to kneel. No, forget the kneel. Let's get rid of that because we're beyond that now. But let's just say, what is it? Is it truly worth it? Because not.
Listen, the thing I'm going to say on this is love is priceless. We shouldn't be putting prices, diamonds, cars, houses, materialistic, monetary value on love, full stop. Yet as a society, Western society, we have. let's face it, love has become, you know, it's got to be good for Instagram weddings. It's got to be the best flowers. It's got to be the best rings, the best dress. That is not what love is about. Love and marriage is not about all of that rubbish. And I just think that we have long forgotten.
Let me ask the ladies here. What would you prefer as a gift other than a diamond? If I was going to get you a gift pre-wedding, what would you want? What proposal should I offer? Should my proposal just be a word? Should it just be like, hey, you know, you want to be my wife? Do you want to be my wife?
Time, poetry, travel together. Time. Women want time.
Now, what do you believe as women is the equivalent to give to a man if you wanted to propose to him? If you wanted him to be your husband, how would you go about it?
I would nourish him. I would bake him a cake. I would,
with hundreds and thousands on it.
yeah. I would be there. And
again, this sorry, Liz, to cut you up. It's just literally coming. I have to say this. Where has this whole proposal thing come from in the first place? Because if it's awkward for a woman to propose to a man, like, you know, the Vikings never even did it.
Yeah.
The Vikings quite literally were just like, you're my wife. This is my woman. This is my woman. Do you understand? And all the men would be like, yeah, that's cool, bro. She's your woman. And she'd be like, yeah, I'm cool. You're my guy. Fuck diamonds and all this shit. This is the Vikings we're talking about. And I'd be very, very interested to know what other cultures did or do.
It's just become a ceremony. It's become a marketing, like Christmas. It's become a massive commercial enterprise.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the fact now, the stress people get under when they are planning a wedding is astronomical. I've had friends that have planned weddings and they're stressing themselves out. And I'm like, you're forgetting this whole thing is just about you two vowing to each other that you're going to love each other forever. Like, why are you forgetting that? Why are you worried about having this big Insta-ready wedding so that it looks good on Instagram and this big diamond and it's got to be good enough? It's got to be a big haul. It's got to be the best meal, 3-course meal, 5-course meal, whatever. It's like, we've got to have the best band. We've got to have a photo booth. We've got to have this. No. Like, it's about...
I think it's fair to say now, we need to snap out of it. We as people on an ascending path, right? An evolution growth, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, we're snapping out of it. And I'm so glad that you guys are here having this conversation with us, because it is uncomfortable. It is so uncomfortable to admit how well they've conditioned the mind, conditioned the way, conditioned the principles that actually don't align with you. Or I'm not trying to tell you how you are. You already know how you are. You can agree with me or you don't have to. I don't mind. But there are things in this that we have. Like, I'm not playing by it anymore. I'm not having it no more. Like the housing market, taking the piss. This thing is used and it is old, and you expecting that? It's not happening. I'm not under the spell. I'm not falling in the fucking. Excuse me. I'm not joining the conga line. I'm not joining the conga. No one likes the conga. The only person who likes the conga is the person maybe at the front. But when you're at the front, yeah, you're leading it, but you still got to keep it going. What I'm saying is, right, diamond industry, we have literally just nailed so much about how, yeah, our society's hypnotized into it. And then you just talked about weddings, Liz. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love a good ceremony. Love a good ceremony.
That's the only thing I like, is the party and the piss up.
Yeah, I do love a good ceremony.
But why have we put so much around that? Like,
I suppose people got to get fed.
Because it makes money.
I mean, you could charge. You could say, like, right, guys, we're having a wedding. It's like 20 quid entry, get 3-course meal, disco, free bar. You know what I mean? You could.
Yeah.
You should.
Exactly.
I had pizza for mine.
They used
Papa
to bring...
John's.
Michael, I love this guy. This is what I'm saying, and I would actually accept that, Michael. I would be so happy. I'd be like, bro, you just got pizzas, yeah, happy days. I like pizza. I like pizza a lot.
The only downside is I didn't get any.
Oh nah, Groom's got to get pizza. Like, Liz, what was you about to say there?
I can't remember.
Oh, Michael threw me on pizza as well. Anyway. I was too busy thinking about pizzas, yeah. Do you mind if I go on a tangent? I'll go on a tangent.
Go for it.
Okay. Yeah, so I look at pizzas with like a tier system, and I look at coffee as like a tier system as well. So I'll start with coffee so that the pizza makes more sense. When you're going for coffee, right, there's different tiers, isn't there? Right. So if you're going for a business meeting, for example, it's like a Costa thing. You get the Costas in, you have your meeting, yeah. If you're on a Sunday with the missus, or you're going shopping with friends, it's a Starbucks one, yeah. That's the next tier. If you are going to read a book or a newspaper and you want a little bit of ambience and music, like classical or something, and you're there to actually, you're going to a coffee shop, that is Caf Nero, yeah, in my opinion. They got like Chesterfield sofas and all that good shit. Now, here's my thing on pizza. If you're if you're having a party, like a kid's birthday party, it's Domino's pizza, because you get, you buy one get one free, and it is just this Domino's pizza. If you are, again, back to the missus on a Sunday going shopping, for me that's the Papa John's. That's a night in and whatnot. But if you're going for, like, you know, movie night, Papa John's. If you're going for the Caf Nero vibe, right, which is, you know, it's a bit more, but you're getting what you're paying for. I honestly, I love Pizza Express, and that's now my tier system of pizzas and my tier system of coffee. And I'm still working on all my different tier systems of loads of different stuff. But yeah, what do you guys think about that? It's a tangent. Went on a tangent there. What the fuck's that got to do with diamonds?
I go to the, there's this little cafe near where I live. Not cafe, like pizza place, but it does like all wood-fired pizzas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that kind of thing. But you know, I get what you're saying about like kids' parties, like Pizza Hut and stuff like that kind of thing. Yeah.
For real.
You make me hungry. You do this every episode. I can't keep doing this, guys, because I'm just going to end up the size of a house.
Where are we at now? Right, we're at 52 minutes. So I honestly, guys, thank you so much for tuning in to us. I'm chatting to the guys on TikTok, chatting to the guys on YouTube. That comment on Twitch, whoever's watching us on Twitch, thank you so much for tuning in to us on Twitch. And yeah, absolutely love it. So you know where we are, you know where to find us, you know what to do, and you know how to do it. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, look at all the other episodes we've done. Like the last episode we've done was on hypnotism, and I think this episode ties nicely into that one. So yeah, we basically go into how easily you can be hypnotized and do things without even knowing it. And right now, this episode, we talked about the diamond conspiracy and how it's not even a conspiracy, it's a fact, right? These are facts that a lot of us have been hypnotized into doing what really doesn't make sense. And if you're just tuning in and you're thinking, what's he talking about? You're going to have to watch it back. I'm afraid you're going to have to watch it back. So, yeah.
But
in summary, then, diamonds
are not a
are
girl's
not-
best friend. And they are not forever.
They are not. They are not. Right, Liz, Michael, is there anything else you guys want to add to tonight's episode?
Just a question, do you think they will ever go out of fashion, and that something else will spring up and will suddenly be like, this is better than a diamond, you have to have it?
No.
Or do you think so ingrained in society now that it's always going to be mined and bought and made to be this precious thing?
Yeah, so the only reason that diamonds have become what they've become is because so many people buy into the idea. So many people buy into what the De Beers Group marketing managed to do, and that is just hypnotize them into it, right? If anything was to replace it, so you guys know I won't buy into the diamond industry. I see right through it, right? I get it, and it's going to take a lot to hypnotize this into doing that, to the point where I won't even kneel. I'm not going to kneel to propose. It's not going to happen. You don't want me submitting like that. I will not do it. I'm a flipping man and I value myself as a king. So I will stand as a king, as that man. That is what I will do. So therefore, my proposal is going to be, it's going to be,
Asparagus.
yeah, it's not going to be a diamond. Like I'd rather just have everything in place like the Vikings used to in the day and just be like, you're my wife now. And she'd look at me with pure confidence and say, yes, I am. And I'd say, all right, cool. Let's have a party about it. Do you know what I mean? She should be confident enough in me to say that. That's how we are. That's what I am. That's in my bloodline to do. Do you get what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. So this De Beers group that have made men do stuff like that, it just doesn't make sense. And this is also what I'm interested in as well, is how it isn't just on men, it is on women as well. Because it's very awkward for women to, like we said in this episode, propose to a man with a diamond ring. It's almost like they can't compute it. It's like, what? It doesn't make sense. Why doesn't it make sense?
Because it doesn't come across as tradition. So people frown, like, what is she doing bowing down and proposing to him? It should be the other way around. But we should break those traditions. We should totally. I think it's great if a woman wants to do that. That's her choice. But it is ingrained in our minds to see it as strange.
Well, it's allowed every leap year.
Yeah, exactly. But who came up with that rule? Who came up with the rule that
marketing geniuses
every leap year?
Shout out to these viewers as well. I see you guys. Silicon, Reptilian, Nini, Wanderer, Love and Light. I see all of you guys. Olga, I see you tuning in. Christina, everyone. Just love you guys. Thank you. Why does it have to be a diamond? My friend, you're going to have to watch this episode back. It will be live on the YouTube. So yeah, feel free to tap into that. This is exactly the point that we were making. Liz, Michael have just nailed it, right? If you are able to think outside or think for yourself, right? See it for what it is, logically see it for what it is, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. People get me confused sometimes and they're just like, because it is what it is. It's the way it is. And I'm like, nah, we shape what it is. We contribute to what it is. Don't pay that for that. That is a joke. There's mountains of this. There's mines of this gem. They're mines. This is not valuable. This is not as valuable as you think it is. It isn't. Do you know what I'm saying? And second to that, if you are foolish enough to fall for it, then that is exactly what you are. And I know that it's going to sound hard. I know that. But it's the truth. And that's all we're trying to offer you here. Red pill, blue pill. You want to go down the rabbit hole? Or you want to, stay in the matrix? It's up to you. Right, Liz, Michael, we're going to end the episode there. Thank you so much for tuning in to all the viewers. I love you guys. I love you guys. And we're going to end it on that one. I look forward to seeing you all next week. We'll have another awesome episode for you to tune into. You know where to find us. We are on the Elite Thinking Club on YouTube. Hit that like, hit the subscribe. You know what to do. You know how to do it. Liz, Michael, thank you so much, guys, for tuning in again. I love you. Everyone everywhere. Peace and love.